Most men won't tell you directly, but one behavioral pattern reveals everything about their true feelings. When genuine emotional connection forms in a man's heart, a specific indicator surfaces every single time, regardless of whether he verbalizes his emotions. You might never hear those three important words from his lips. Daily romantic displays may be absent from your relationship. Moments filled with uncertainty will test your confidence. Confusion might cloud your judgment more often than you'd like. Yet when authentic emotional bonding exists within him, one undeniable indicator consistently emerges. The reality about male emotional investment operates differently than most people understand. His psychological landscape fundamentally reorganizes itself with you at the center. This happens whether he acknowledges it consciously or not, whether he creates space, acts withdrawn, or appears preoccupied. Everything stems from that core shift. Allow me to break down this phenomenon carefully, because this behavioral marker carries subtle power that frequently gets misinterpreted. Understanding how men process emotional connection reveals critical insights. Male attachment doesn't mirror female attachment pathways. For most men, forming deep bonds triggers feelings of exposure, and exposure registers as risk. Risk translates to potential loss of autonomy. Consequently, when bonding occurs internally, his natural response isn't immediate expression. It's containment, self-protection, or even creating distance from what stirs inside him. This explains why countless women misinterpret emotionally invested men as uncertain, emotionally unavailable, unpredictable, fearful, or disinterested. But beneath surface behaviors, something profoundly different unfolds. The universal indicator that never lies. He cannot completely sever the connection, regardless of external circumstances. This defines the sign. When real attachment exists, you maintain permanent residence in his psychological space. External situations become irrelevant to this internal reality. He might retreat temporarily, stop communicating, seem distracted with obligations, convince himself he's moved forward. Yet genuinely attached men never achieve true disconnection. You occupy his mental landscape, influence his emotional responses, affect his timing, shape his behavioral rhythms. This manifests through concrete, observable patterns. First, he circles back after creating distance. Men with genuine attachment don't vanish permanently. He might withdraw initially. Goodbye might be spoken. Communication may decrease substantially. However, he resurfaces in some capacity. A text checking your status, viewing your social media, inquiring about your circumstances, recalling specifics he logically shouldn't retain, materializing unexpectedly when you've stopped anticipating contact. Why does this happen? Emotional bonds create magnetic tension that distance cannot eliminate. Even complete silence fails to dissolve it. Second, your state directly impacts his emotional baseline. Pay close attention here. When attachment runs deep, your joy resonates through him. Your sorrow disrupts his equilibrium. Your remoteness creates internal restlessness. Your focus brings him peace. He may remain unconscious of this dynamic, yet his emotional condition subtly fluctuates in response to your energy frequency. If you withdraw warmth, he registers the shift. If you extend warmth, his defenses soften. If you pull back entirely, internal tension builds within him. That's bonding psychology functioning automatically. Third, he shields vulnerability through contradictory behavior. This aspect causes pain but requires understanding. Emotionally bonded men frequently act inconsistently, not from lack of caring, but from caring intensely without management skills. Observe these patterns: oscillating warmth and coldness, profound exchanges followed by radio silence, closeness followed by retreat, strong pursuit followed by hesitation. This represents emotional self-preservation. Attachment formation triggers fear responses. Fourth, he observes more than he participates. Bonded men become watchers. They detect tonal variations in your voice. They sense energetic shifts you haven't announced. They perceive unspoken emotional states. They catalog minor details. His quietness doesn't equal inattention. Quite the opposite. He may possess knowledge about you that catches you off guard. He might respond to communications you never explicitly sent. Attachment intensifies observational awareness. Fifth, replacement proves impossible for him. Here's an uncomfortable truth many avoid acknowledging. A bonded man may attempt forward movement, but nobody generates equivalent feelings. He might pursue dating. He might engage with other people. He might seek distractions. Yet emotionally, you remain his unconscious standard. You become the unspoken comparison, influencing every new connection. That's why fresh relationships feel incomplete to him. Why does this single indicator prove so consistently reliable? Physical chemistry diminishes, curiosity can waver. Life situations transform, but emotional bonding establishes internal continuity that persists. Once genuine attachment forms, his nervous system encodes your presence. His emotional body maintains responsiveness to you. His internal framework adjusts itself around your existence. This transcends conscious control. That's why bonded men frequently state, "I don't understand why this won't fade." Clarifying what attachment is not eliminates confusion. It's not obsession, codependency, character weakness, or controlling behavior. It represents emotional imprinting. You accessed a part of him that registered as secure, recognized, vibrant, or fundamentally seen. The nervous system doesn't release those impressions easily. Understanding why some attached men create distance becomes essential. A man can simultaneously feel bonded and withdraw. What drives this paradox? Because attachment activates fear of losing what matters, fear of inadequacy, fear of obligation, fear of emotional transparency, particularly if he carries past wounds, wrestles with self-value, learned emotional suppression, or fears being depended upon. Creating space becomes his coping strategy, not evidence of absent feeling. Distinguishing attachment from ego requires awareness. Ego-driven men seek attention, validation, dominance. Emotionally attached men display emotional fluctuations in your presence, inability to achieve complete closure, authentic investment in your welfare, internal struggle with unresolved dynamics. Ego disappears when ignored. Attachment endures. The trajectory of attachment over time follows predictable patterns. If acknowledged openly, it strengthens. If suppressed internally, it generates